This is exactly right.
This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess.
At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders.
FX's The Shards premieres August 5th on FX and Hulu.
Goodbye.
The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why there's Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's US-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, whatever turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Goodbye.
Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and get away with a deal so right, it almost feels wrong.
Right now, you can get great deals on Hyundai's most popular models,
including the adventure-ready SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid and the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid.
Plus, there's the bold and stylish Elantra loaded with the latest tech.
Or go all-electric with the Ioniq 5 or the Ioniq 9.
So get down to your local Hyundai dealer and get away with a deal you'll love during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Visit HyundaiUSA.com for details.
Goodbye. Guys, we are so excited to introduce you to our brand new podcast, Parent Footprint, with none other than my actual cousin, Dr. Dan.
It premieres Father's Day week, Thursday, June 17th.
The show synopsis goes like this. Parent Footprint, Dr. Dan teaches us all how to make the world a more loving, accepting, and compassionate place, one parent and one child at a time.
With over 20 years experience as a psychologist, author, and father, Dr. Dan Peters understands the key to raising happy and aware kids is for parents to seek the same joy and mindfulness in their own lives.
Listen, I can tell you, having known him my entire 40 years, that Dr. Dan is one of the kindest people I've met, one of the best fathers, husband. This is so incredible. Dr. Dan also helps caregivers parent with purpose while striving to be the best version of themselves.
Listen to the trailer for Parent Footprint with Dr. Dan now.
And check out the premiere June 17th, that's Father's Day, on Exactly Right with new episodes every Thursday.
Also subscribe to Parent Footprint with Dr. Dan on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen.
Please follow the show on Instagram and Facebook at Parent Footprint Podcast.
Yay, welcome to the fam, Dr. Dan.
Dr. Danny. Hello. What?
And welcome
to my favorite murder,
the Minisode.
It's tiny.
We're going to read you your emails.
That's right. I'm not giving you anything.
It's pretty basic. No, there's not a lot to discuss. We've done it literally 500 times.
That's right.
People know what's going to happen. It's the mailbag. Georgie, you want to go first this week?
I would love to. Okay, this is called Surprise. I have a secret sibling. And this is actually from the fan cult. We got so many good submissions for the mini for the fan cult that I just had to pull one for, I love to pull one for the main episode. So this is a long story, so I'll make it snappy. When I was 15 or 16 years old, circa 2007, I was out and about with my mom running errands when she randomly turned to me and said, as if this was normal, "Oh, by the way, don't be surprised if in the future someone reaches out to you claiming to be your sister. They probably are." Oh. Dumbfounded, I asked my mom to repeat what she just said. She proceeds to tell me that when my mom and dad were dating, my mom found out what was supposed to be my dad's ex-girlfriend was newly pregnant and having a girl.
Oh.
Surprise.
Mm-hmm.
All my mom knew was that the ex-girlfriend's plan was to flee to Canada and give my sister up for adoption because at the time my dad was suing her for full custody. But my mom never found out what happened. For 10 years, this would be all I knew about my potential sister that may or may not still exist. Cut to 2017, and I'm looking through old Facebook messages, and I find a message from a girl that I'd never seen before asking if I knew a man named Bob. Bob was not my dad's name, but for the sake of the story, just go with it. I thought this was odd as the message was from 2009. That's like 10 years before. And yet I had no recollection of receiving it. On a whim, I responded, yes, I know Bob. He's my dad. I shit you not, 20 minutes later, she responded, and, all caps, it was her. It was my sister.
Wow.
We immediately started talking, and I asked her for her birth date and info, then cross-referenced the information she gave with my mom's recollection and timeline, and it was her. Oh, that's good to do some sleuthing. You don't want to get scammed, you know?
Don't just accept any sister that comes along on Facebook. It could be the MyPillow guy. You don't know.
Ground rules, people.
Please.
We've been talking on and off since I responded to her message and send each other holiday gifts on occasion. And in 2018, I got to go up to Vancouver, Canada. I'm in Seattle, Washington, and met her for the first time. We are so alike, it's eerie. Turns out the old question of, is it nurture or nature, is for us 100% nature.
Mm.
Meeting her was not only weird, since no one in my family has ever mentioned her existence to me, even though they all knew where she was. Also because she was able to fill in a lot of key information that I had been missing my entire life about our father. As it turns out, my dad was cheating on both our moms at the same time, and unfortunately, her birth mother, I have to put alleged because I guess laws and stuff, was allegedly raped by our father.
Oh, no.
Uh-huh. I believe it was this reason that no one in my family told me about my secret sister until my mom blurted it out in 2007. My mom and dad divorced when I was 3 months old because he was emotionally and physically abusive and an all-around piece of shit. So I have a strong belief that our father did indeed rape her mother. It has been a whirlwind to get to meet someone I never knew truly existed. She is an amazing person, a mother to 3 kids, and I have so enjoyed getting to know her. And we're currently planning a trip to Salem, Massachusetts to get our witchy vibes on. Hopefully next October, COVID willing. What a crazy thing to be like, we're both into witches. Let's go to Salem. Like, I never knew you.
Come on, new sister. Let's do some practical magic together.
I love it. Although I wish I had her growing up. I have a half brother who is 8 years younger. I am so happy that her mom was able to escape our father, flee to Canada, and that she was adopted to an amazing family and had a great childhood. Given my childhood experiences, I can't say that would have been true if her mother had stayed.
Mm.
Love you all. Stay sexy and check your Facebook messages for secret siblings, Amanda E. And then she says, totally doesn't need to say this, but says, I apologize for the incorrect grammar and run-on sentences. I'm an engineer. I'm good at math. And that's about it. Amanda, you did great. What an incredible story that has that twist that you don't expect. And like, so could be a tragic story, but is one of like, of course, women triumphing and coming together. I love that.
Well, it's really beautiful that it doesn't really, the source doesn't really matter because it's that relationship that they have now. Mm-hmm. And that weird thing of this sister bond where it is like the idea that you would have a sister you didn't know about in the second you meet her. It's like, yeah, that's completely my sister.
I love that. And I love that
that's
despite
lovely.
These horrible things, these women were able to thrive. Despite this horrible man, these women were able to thrive, like, in spite of him. And like, it's a real fuck you to this dad.
Or it's just a completely separate, they're
right.
living an existence that it has nothing to do with that guy.
You're right.
It's just like he was a part of it and now he's not anywhere in it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really matter. And now they're doing their thing. That's, I mean, not to correct your thing, but there's also that thing of maybe they're not living in bitterness and fuck you. Maybe they're just being like, oh my God, it's this lovely relationship has like healed all that. it's a healing experience.
Yeah, I love that.
That's what it sounds like to me.
No, that's a good way to spin it instead of my anger and bitterness.
Well, justified though. Justified, but I think this is like a thing of moving past, which is what I find kind of like heartening and lightening about it.
Totally.
And witchiness. Always a plus.
Oh yeah.
I also, not to go all the way back, but the idea that the mother randomly while they're out shopping, like what was going on? How do you make decisions like that when you're like, I really need to tell this person this thing? Am I going to do you wait till after dinner? Do you wait till this? And then it's a thing that presses on you until you just say it at the weirdest time.
Yeah. So you're like eggs, bread, milk. You have a secret sibling, bacon.
Things are much worse with your father than you even could imagine. Right. And now let's go get shoes.
You're 15 or 16. It's the time.
Yeah. God bless her.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here's my first email. And this, the subject line is Son of Sam Berkowitz connection at work. Ooh. Hello, cool ants. I'm a substance use counselor at an amazing clinic that's expanding to be able to serve a wider array of people in the community. We just hired a really impressive art therapist, and as we sat in my office shooting the shit until our next appointment showed up, I learned that she grew up in Yonkers, New York. Upon hearing this, my little murderino heart leapt out of my chest, having recently finished watching Sons of Sam. Instead of immediately acting on my instinct, I brought up that I completed my undergrad at Sarah Lawrence, which is just outside of Yonkers. After a few minutes, I started to ease into the murderino territory, because how could I not? And began talking about how I recently learned more about the Son of Sam murders and David Berkowitz. And then she says, oh yeah, he was my mailman. My brother and I used to tease him.
Oh, so he's got to be someone's mailman since he was a mailman. Right? Oh my God.
After hearing this, I was completely unable to play it cool, so I pressed her for all the details. When she was 12 years old, she and her brother would hang out on the balcony on the second floor of their home in the afternoons, right about the same time the mail was delivered each day. My coworker and her younger brother would stare at him as he walked into the yard, at which point he would look up and angrily ask, "What are you kids looking at?" And my coworker would respond to this with, "Your rat face."
Oh my God. Oh my God.
What a perfect slam. Your rat face. To which he replied, "I'm going to get you, kid." My coworker stated that she now sees he was saying this in a more teasing, joking way, but that they did not know that at the time. In spite of being slightly afraid of him, they continued to hound the mailman and would at times hide behind the fence and yell "rat face" at him as he walked by. So in a way, they, as children, bullied David Berkowitz.
I was just thinking that too, where it's like, stop doing that. Yeah, not that that's an excuse, but.
She also said when she ran away from home when she was a teenager, she lived at Untermeyer Park.
Holy shit.
And then it says in parentheses where the cult did their cult shit.
Mm-hmm.
And she was well aware of the dark things that were supposedly going on in the park's ruins. Needless to say, this is my new favorite work friend. I know you hear it each and every day, but on behalf of the mental health community, thank you for being who you are and championing the causes that you do. Shame kills. Go see your therapist. Stay sexy. And don't be afraid to call your local serial killer out on their shit. Andrea. And then it says pronounced Andrea, or really however you want to pronounce it. I've been called worse.
Andrea. Good one. I mean, this is a whole different time when bullying was encouraged. Bullying adults was fine.
Yeah.
You know, and threatening children was encouraged. It'll give them something to be scared about.
It was just it was loosey-goosey on the East Coast or all over the nation. But, you know, people could just kind of throw words wherever they wanted back then. There was no one to tell anybody to do better. Clap, clap.
Thank you. Hashtag thank you. Okay. I accidentally mutilated my grandmother's corpse. Lighthearted. Also a badass grandma story.
Oh no.
It's not that bad.
Okay.
I promise. Hello, friendos. So my Granny Annie died a few years ago, right? She had gotten cancer a few times in her life before her death. During her last hospitalization, she wasn't allowed to eat salt because of whatever medication she was on. She was super cheesed off about the lack of salt on her already gross hospital food. So she had one of her kids smuggle a dime bag full of salt into the hospital.
Granny Annie don't give a fuck.
Which she kept in her bra.
Nice.
When she was eventually caught by nurses, she told them it was cocaine. She was 88 at the time. Fast forward to when she eventually died, and about 60 family members are at her open casket viewing. She had 5 children who organized the visitation who were absolutely horrified upon seeing her body. For whatever reason, the mortician had put neon pink lipstick on Granny's lips, despite having a reference photo which showed her in natural makeup. Her kids were mortified at the pink lips on their mother's corpse. Half joking, my older sister and I asked if they wanted us to change the lipstick, and they said yes. In the middle of the viewing, her children formed a human blockade around the casket, pretending to be grieving silently so they could block the view of the casket from guests. My sister and I then hesitantly got to work. We wiped off the pink lipstick with a paper towel, all caps, taking off all the skin on her lips with the lipstick. We just slapped the new lipstick right on top of it in the general shape of lips. We left the tube of liquid lipstick in Granny's casket just in case she needed it in the afterlife. To this day, I wonder if the mortician saw our handiwork after the service, wondering what the actual fuck happened to this poor lady's corpse. I really hope she wasn't offended that we changed her hard work. Just a side note to Granny's badassery. She had a gay son and many gay grandchildren who she never judged, and all came out to her without issue. She was pro-sex work and put my father in his place when he gave my sister a hard time for stripping and making adult films. She had confronted strangers in public for using racial slurs on several occasions and definitely would have attended Black Lives Matter protests if she was alive at the time. For a couple months, she didn't tell anyone that she had gone 75% blind in her old age and continued to drive her car, explaining that she wanted, quote, just a few more joy rides before handing over her license.
Yep.
Thankfully, she didn't hurt anyone or herself, literally driving blind. One last story. Christmas before her death, she morbidly gave out some of her jewelry to some of the grandchildren. When we asked her why she was giving away her jewelry, her response was, I'm old as hell and definitely going to die soon. She was laughing at our horrified looks following that statement. A few months after her death, I visited a psychic medium. Granny came through and started talking about the lipstick in her casket. The medium was very confused while my husband and I laughed ourselves off our chairs. Her ghost still shows up around the house from time to time. Before she died, she established, quote, secret codes for us to recognize when she haunted us. Oh my God, my sister and I did this when we were little. For me, she agreed to knock glad cups over and, quote, sing me a little song when she was around. Her ghost has broken about 5 glasses up to this point. And every now and then, my husband and I, sometimes the guests, will hear her voice humming or singing a little tune. We miss her dearly. As Granny Annie would definitely say, stay sexy. Nicole Gable, you can use my last name.
Nicole, with all that information you provided, I am sure that your grandmother saw what happened at the funeral home that day and was laughing her ass off.
Fucking 100%. That's the only reason I read it, is it sounds like a grandma who thought this was funny.
Yes. It wasn't like a precious, like, church lady grandma who was all about, you know, whatever. She was a badass that was funny and was...
She probably was like, thank you for making me not look like a raver at my own funeral.
And also, to be honest, it was worse for Nicole and her sister.
Yeah.
That's a horrible thing to have to experience. It's like the grandma's like, hey, it's over for me. It's not, you know. I mean, you were asked to do it. It's not like they were messing around.
It sounds like Granny Annie's last prank on them almost, you know?
It is incredibly fucked up, though.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your horrifying story,
That's
Nicole.
Right. Having a sense of humor really is a helpful way to get through life.
It'll help you. Especially having a sense of humor about your own mouth. All right, I'm not going to read you the subject line of this because it gives it away. Hi there, my favorite podcast besties. I've written in before about how a coworker once tried to sell me a gay porno starring her brother, but I was... Sometimes you skip the beginning because you're just trying to get to what the meat of the story.
Yeah. And you just realize there are gems for you to be found. It's sometimes fun to be like, whoa, that was...
Excuse me? Hold on. I've written in before about how a coworker once tried to sell me a gay porno starring her brother. But as I was listening to Minisode 226 and heard the story about the kids, I think that's really beautiful that sister was so proud of her brother.
Oh, yeah.
And his work. But as I was listening to Minisode 226 and heard the story about the kids who would throw darts at each other down the stairs, that person mentioned offhandedly that her dad set off a bomb at the seminary building. This reminded me of a story from my time in high school that, frankly, I can't believe I've forgotten about. I was a pretty big nerd in high school and spent my junior and senior years in various AP science courses. I was living in a pretty rural farming community, and since most of my classmates only cared about the 3 Fs, football, farming, and fucking...
I was like, oh, is that something I missed out on? Like, what's the 3 Fs? I grew up in suburbia.
I know. I was like, you mean a FFA, the future farmers of, fucking. Our school's singular science teacher had to try pretty hard to keep his students engaged. Or maybe he was trying too hard to be a cool teacher. I'll never know. Some of the quote unquote experiments he had us do in the advanced classes included things like making biofuel out of the cafeteria's waste oil, bringing in jars of our own urine, and running tests to see if we could determine which samples he spiked with distilled homemade vodka. Yes, he really taught teenagers. Oh, sorry. I read that wrong in the weirdest way.
Read it.
It's supposed to be bringing in jars of our own urine and running tests to see if we could determine which samples he spiked with mess or distilling homemade vodka.
It doesn't matter.
But I think they meant distilled. So okay, the urine I think is separate from the vodka. Anyway.
Great.
Yes, he really taught teenagers how to make their own illegal booze. And he made our class a deal about our finals and that he had a surprise planned if enough of us got an A. He was pretty coy about it, but enough of the students passed. So he let us know we were going to blow up an old car.
This is okay. I was never an AP anything, but I heard the stories that what they got to do and was like, tried harder. I was never going to make it, but tried harder because they got to do clearly the coolest shit.
Yes. Smart people trying to impress other smart people. You want to be in that room. So this was in 2010 and at the height of the Mythbusters popularity, and needless to say, we were psyched. He insisted it wouldn't be a proper experiment if we didn't learn how to make the explosives ourselves. And I'm going to go ahead and gloss over the specifics, partly for the obvious safety reasons, but mostly because I can't remember what I had for dinner last Monday, let alone complicated weaponry schematics I saw for 15 minutes 11 years ago. He found a farmer who'd let us use a dirt field, and we all showed up at the designated time, ready to blow that shit sky high, or whatever slang my peers used. Did I mention I wasn't cool?
Aww.
And because he was nothing if not a responsible educator, he called and had the volunteer fire truck and a couple police officers come by to, quote, make sure everything stayed safe.
Oh, that's cool.
I can only imagine that he sought permission to blow up a car, and the answer was, if we get to watch, then hell yeah. Our teacher set the explosives. We were ushered to a safe distance away, about 50 yards. He hit the button and... Y'all ever see a campfire that smokes and smolders for a while before igniting? It was like that. No big boom. No debris flying at children standing in the open. Just a small fire that the adults let burn for 10 minutes or so and then extinguished.
Aww.
Incredibly anticlimactic, but considering all the ways that event could have gone, this was probably the best possible outcome. Anyway, Thank you all for putting out this show for all these strangers. And I'll add my voice to the chorus of everyone thanking you for helping end the stigma around talking about and treating mental health. It's been a rough year, but I did get the opportunity to start therapy. Inspired by the two of you, I've even started writing a book to help deal with the issues I'm working through. And although I doubt I'll ever publish it, I'm finding the courage to share bits I'm particularly proud of with my friends. Stay sexy and don't try this at home. Drew.
True. That's the first step. This doesn't have to be the book. The next one could be the book. You never know.
Yeah. And writing is so cathartic. It's it's so strangely therapeutic itself that it's a great idea no matter what you do with it.
And sharing it with your friends is such a beautiful act.
Yeah, that's great.
Amazing story. Amazing teacher. They should all be so
of all the stories that we share and the directions they've gone, the fact that it just nothing happened is kind of the greatest. I love it.
That was great.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace.
Every successful small business starts with someone saying, I wonder if people would actually buy this.
Squarespace gives you everything you need to find out.
From consultations to events and experiences, you can showcase your skills with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business.
With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build a beautiful, professional online presence that perfectly fits their brand or business.
Get paid on time with professional invoices and online payments. Plus, streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools.
Head to squarespace.com/murder for a free trial.
And when you're ready to launch, use offer code MURDER to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Goodbye.
You know your favorite summer clothes by what actually makes it into your suitcase.
Find the outfits you'll wear all season long at Quince.
Quince's 100% European linen pants, dresses, and tops are the pieces you'll reach for all summer long. They're lightweight, effortless to style, and they start at just $32.
Their denim is soft and comfortable, and their organic cotton sweaters are perfect for layering when evenings get cold.
Quince's beautiful 14-karat gold jewelry adds a subtle finishing touch.
So I just went to Italy, and you bet I brought my 100% European linen scoop neck midi dress along with me in the color of floral waterfall, and I wore that thing all over Italy. It was like the perfect day to night. It just looked so pretty, and I felt like I looked sophisticated while still being comfortable.
Make your summer wardrobe feel easier.
Head to quince.com/MFM for free shipping and 365-day returns.
Go to QUINCE.com/MFM for free shipping and 365-day returns.
Quince.com/MFM.
Goodbye.
Every piece of furniture you own has a story.
Sometimes it's an heirloom, and sometimes it came with the house because it was too heavy to move.
If you're ready to start a new chapter with your home decor, there's Article.
Article makes it effortless to create a stylish, long-lasting home at an unbeatable price.
They take great care in curating their collection, focusing on pieces that stand the test of time.
We've talked about Article for a long time. There are pieces in that catalog that are so affordable that are room changers. And if you go through there and there's like a little something you don't even realize you need it until you see how they have stuff set up or what style combinations that they're doing, where they do the boho chic, there's mid-century, it's a little bit modern, it's something new. Like there's so many choices in there, and it's not going to break the bank.
As someone who's interested in tons of different styles and time periods, Article covers them all in one place. I love that.
I know I've mentioned already how much I love my entryway table, but I swear to God, because the path that it's on, I pass it 4 times a day, and I love it more every time.
Article is offering our listeners $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more.
To claim, visit article.com/murder, and the discount will be automatically applied at checkout.
That's article.com/murder for $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more.
Goodbye.
Okay, this one's called, quote, "What the fuck is a meatball marinara gonna help?" Hey, y'all. And yes, that subject line is a direct quote. It's a semi-long story, but damn, is it good. Okay, about 2 years ago, my dear friend from high school moved back to our hometown. She's here nearly a year, and it was fucking wild. One night, we were on FaceTime while I was house sitting, and she's unpacking her new apartment. While on the call, she slices her thumb with an eyebrow razor.
Ooh.
I'm concerned, but my friend is oddly calm and just goes, "I sliced my thumb." Being that I was house sitting for a nurse, I grabbed supplies and went over to aid her. In the 10 minutes it took to commute to her apartment, my friend was purple-faced from crying.
Oh,
And then it says she had talked to her mother. Wrapped her entire hand into a bloody t-shirt, which was held over her head, and her highly trained ESA therapy dog was barking at me anytime I left my friend's side. June never barked, so now I was getting shook. We decided we needed to get immediate medical services, but she didn't want to go to the ER. So we get in my car and I come up with the idea of going to the local firehouse. After telling my distressed friend the only key word she heard was firehouse. And then she screams, "What the fuck is a meatball marinara going to help?" So I think that their local bar must have been called the Firehouse.
Oh. Or maybe it's a chain somewhere.
Or like a chain restaurant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, the restaurant was also in the direction of the fire station. So I humored her. Once we get to the local PD firehouse, I run in to get help. The night receptionist tells me to go upstairs to the bunks and I could find a fireman. Being the middle of the night, the floor was dark and quiet, so I yelled down the hall, making my presence known, which worked because a fireman in his boxers comes out to investigate. Without making eye contact, I told him about my friend and her thumb downstairs, and he said he'd meet us in the bay. Several other firemen joined us down there to help bandage my friend and make her laugh. Best part, we didn't have the ER hassle or bill. Honestly, they didn't even ask for our names and gave us supplies for aftercare. Bonus, our moms were super proud of us individually for quick thinking to utilize the fire station over the ER. Of all the memories we made that year she lived in our hometown, that one holds high rank. I took a photo of my girl and the fireman, but I'm pissed I didn't get her bare feet in the pic. Stay sexy and mind your brow razors, lady. Olivia from Georgia.
That is hilariously... We can't be encouraging people just to go straight to the fire department. And also, I love that she said the phrase night receptionist. That was a fireman who was sitting there and he sees two girls come into the firehouse in the middle of the night and sends them upstairs, which in the plus 30 years my dad was in the San Francisco Fire Department, you were not allowed to go upstairs.
No way.
That wasn't a thing that you could do. So that quote unquote night receptionist was just a bro fireman being like, "Oh, why don't you go up to where they're all in their boxers right now?"
Oh, either he was pranking her or he was pranking the other firefighters.
I think he was pranking everybody at one time where he's like, "This is not a life-threatening injury. We're going to have a little bit of sexy fun tonight."
Oh, wow.
That's my judgment from afar.
I think you're right.
But if anybody gets married from that group of people,
that's what I was saying. Is I dated him for a few years, and it's a lovely story.
Okay, this is my final story. It's funny, but we're entering into a scatological area that we normally never do. And I do not encourage, nor do I want to read further stories.
No.
But this one's sneaking through because it's funny.
Okay. No, this is the one time we're not send us stories of your...
No, we don't want to hear it.
We all have them. I'm sure there's a podcast for that. And this is not it. I think Jonah Ray had a Shit Your Pants podcast.
Plenty of scatological content out there for you to peruse and download onto your phone. Okay, so this says, hometown embarrassing story.
Okay.
Hello. So happy you're taking embarrassing stories now, as this one is my favorite ever, and that's a favorite with a U. So I think we're talking to some sort of Brit.
Cool.
Or Canadian.
Oh.
When we were about 16, my best friend was having work done on her house. It's a Victorian house split over 3 floors with her room and the bathroom at the top. She left for school in the morning, and her dad reminded her that work was being done on her bathroom and not to use it. And well and good, but come 4 o'clock on the return home from school, there was nothing on my friend's mind apart from evacuating her bowels.
Oh.
Deed done. She flushes the toilet and immediately hears her dad running up the stairs shouting, "No!" Oh. Shortly after, she hears one of the very scouse, which I don't know what that means, and I've never read that word before. Very scouse builders shout, "What the fuck? It's a flying turd." Oh, and it says, "Sorry, Karen, do your best scouse Liverpudlian accent." Honey, I don't have one of those.
We don't got Liverpool in our vernacular.
What are you talking about?
Scouse is hot? I'm guessing scout is hot. Scouse is hottie.
I think scouse must be a word for that accent.
Oh,
You know what?
okay. I
We're
went straight
asking-
to hot.
Liverpool murderinos, please educate us.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway. The builders had taken off the waste pipe to the bathroom, and therefore, instead of flushing harmlessly away, her poo flew out at high speed and hit the scaffolding, literally covering the builders in a shower of shit. Needless to say, my friend was mortified and spent the rest of the time the builders were working trying to avoid ever seeing them. I would literally crawl out a back window and never go back to that house.
I would blame it on my dad first and foremost. And say to him, you fucking owe me. Oh, he was with them. Oh, no.
Yeah. It didn't put one of the apprentices off, though, and he still asked Dad for her number.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh,
7 red flags.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I was like, romantic. He knows everything. And he's still like, no, it's not
romantic or very specific in terms of interest.
That's right.
Hope you enjoyed the story. If I ever want to cheer myself up, I think of it for a giggle. Both my friend and I have been doctors working at the NHS during the pandemic, and we've definitely needed lighthearted stories and your podcast to help us through. Stay sexy and get your fucking vaccine, T.
Awesome, T. Way to end it. We support you and thank you for your work.
That girl got a date out of it. You just don't know.
You just don't know. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
You can make it anywhere in Liverpool.
That's the Liverpool hello, right? That's what there's the Manchester goodbye and there's a Liverpool hello. And I personally would rather have a Liverpool hello than get headbutted or headbutt someone.
You would rather have shit spray on you
than be the recipient of a headbutt?
Yes.
Shit. This is a hard one.
Yeah. This is one of life's great questions.
Would you rather?
Write in if you,
Would you rather, but they're not like weird, obscure ones. They're actual things that have happened to people.
I would 1000% rather get a headbutt than have someone's shit on me. I don't think it's a contest in any way.
One can be washed off.
Although the memory of it. You might get a concussion.
Yes, that's worse than shit.
What if it's anywhere near your
nose?
No, it isn't.
Oh, the shit or the broken nose. Wow.
I'm firmly on the side of that the shit is the worst thing.
Well, this is why this is the only letter that's ever passed the muster of shit, is because it actually started a conversation around the world.
We're actually starting an important and highly intellectual conversation about headbutts and shitting.
The shitting part, if you get it on you, is okay if you're vaccinated.
Incorrect. No, you'll be literally spitting for the rest of your life and hallucinating it. And oh my God.
Can I tell you a secret? And this again it's not shit. This is again not called for. What?
Super quick. A bunch of people listen to this podcast. It's not going to be a secret.
Okay. I don't care. You do not care. I was on one of the rides, open air rides at Disneyland with on a date with a boy. And I was 19. Yep. Your head in your hand is correct already. And a kid on the roller coaster in front of us throws up. Every one of us behind him, which there are a lot of us, get splattered with the most toxic smelling vomit I've ever.
Just hot dog,
everything you can imagine at fucking the best corn dogs you've ever had, by the way. The secret corn dog cart. Tell me, truly. Okay. And then the ride went on for another, what felt like 10 minutes. And we're all just sitting there at the end. And then we went to the front desk, or the office, and we're like, what do we do? And they're like, we'll just give you some free clothes and you can enjoy the rest of your day. And we were like, that's not what we want to do. It's in my bra.
Yeah, no. Do you have any Minnie Mouse bras back there? Because
that's right.
I bet you don't.
And the smell is inside. And so he and I had to walk to our car, take off all our clothes before we get in. We still dated for
that man
years.
Was Vince Averill. That locked it for the two of you. If you can make it through this, you can make it through anything.
Truly.
Shit. That's rough.
We drove home in silence of horror. Yeah, the end.
I mean, you think about people have stories like that where like the date was going great and and it's a thing that's outside of your control or anything. And then that's just that for you and that person.
We've come to a conclusion. We've come to a great place, which is send us your date horror stories.
Date horror stories that ended what could have been the greatest love of all.
Oh. Or were. Those are fine too. I love the ones that we read that are like, and we've been married for 16 years. I love those.
Yes, getting together under the worst circumstances. That's right.
And that's how
you
knew. Yeah, come to the rescue stories. Yeah. Okay.
Well, another great installment of the Minisode. Thank you so much for writing those in and for being a part of it.
If you want more, we have many episodes now over on the Fan Cult. Fan Cult exclusive stories. They're all great. Send yours in on the forum.
Stay sexy.
And don't get murdered. Goodbye.
Elvis, do you want a cookie?
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan, host of Parent Footprint with Dr. Dan, a new podcast on Exactly Right. I'm a psychologist, author, and father, and I know the key to raising healthy and engaged kids is for us parents to seek the same in our own lives while striving to be the best versions of ourselves every day. Parent Footprint with Dr. Dan will give you the tools and inspiration to make the world a more loving, accepting, and compassionate place, one parent, one child, and one person at a time. Every Thursday, you will hear honest conversations about being human and contributing to the world in positive ways. Listeners will find hope that they could be the person they want to be while feeling connected to others on similar journeys. Some of our most popular show topics include mental health, overcoming anxiety, and increasing resilience. Tune in to hear interviews with exciting guests, including international parenting expert Dr. Tina Payne Bryson, best-selling authors KJ Dell'Antonia and Jessica Leahy, neurodiverse advocate Jonathan Mooney, and exploding unicorn, one of the most popular and hilarious dads on social media, James Breakwell. Be sure to listen to the network premiere of Parent Footprint with Dr. Dan on Thursday, June 17th on Exactly Right, with special guest Georgia Hardstark, co-host of My Favorite Murder, just in time for Father's Day. Subscribe now on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you like to listen, and please rate and review if you like what you hear. Follow us at Parent Footprint Podcast on Facebook and Instagram, and on Twitter at Dr. Dan Peters. And finally, I will leave you with the guiding question I ask myself every day. What footprint do you want to leave?
The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why there's Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's US-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, what if it turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Goodbye.
Vacation planning should feel like a breeze, not a deep dive into countless travel sites searching for the best deal.
With Cheap Caribbean's Budget Beach Finder, you can search every destination and every date all in one search.
You'll save time and money with the Budget Beach Finder.
Say goodbye to endless scrolling and tab hopping and hello to Budget Beach Bliss at your fingertips.
Go to cheapcaribbean.com to try out the Budget Beach Finder and see just how stress-free vacation planning should be.
Goodbye.
This may surprise you, but clothes that feel good and look good don't have to be mutually exclusive.
Designs that make you feel as good as you look is what Hill House is known for.
Hill House Home invented the viral nap dress.
Hill House makes fun, versatile fashion that elevates your look. I now own 3 nap dresses. I love them. They're so comfy and cute. Pockets for days.
For days.
You know? Get 15% off your first order of $100 or more at hillhousehome.com with code MFM15.
That's MFM15 for 15% off at hillhousehome.com.
Goodbye.